Number 15. Give me a gambling character. Not a character I can gamble for, I can already gamble for everyone. A character I can gamble with. I'm talking full-on Chingchua level combat gambling. For those who don't play Star Rail, these are your skill points. Chingchua can pop bottles like there's no tomorrow and use up all of them just to try to get a 4 of a kind and unleash a mild at best lukewarm attack. She's my favorite character. Let me do this in Zenless. Let me gamble away decibels just for the chance at an Oppenheimer. Make it the entire team's decibels though, that way there's actual stakes. And then make Mindscape 1 give an even smaller chance for an Oppenheimer Deluxe combo that wipes the screen. Hire me. Number 14. More team preset slots. Do I need more? No. But I get anxiety when I look at them filling up, knowing that they might be full soon. Bring me up to 20, that's all I ask. Surely that's not out of the question, right? Number 13. In-game credits. I've noticed this weird trend where live service games just don't have in-game credits. And I'm not just talking about voice credits, I'm talking about all credits. Thankfully, Zenless did have a sequence in their 2.1 livestream where they credited the developers, but I don't see why this can't be in-game to some degree. Is it because they'd have to update it too frequently? There's no way that's a problem. And yeah, while we're at it, there should be in-game voice credits, just like Genshin and Star Rail. I think Genshin has it. Relying on Twitter for role announcements just feels completely wrong. You know what sucks though? There was a perfect opportunity for credits, specifically voice credits, at the end of Season 1. I don't know why they played this off as a joke. You've probably noticed by now that the video's title is a lie. Most would not describe these additions as pointless, but unfortunately it gets your butt in the seat. These items are not ranked in any particular order. The numbers are just there to give us a sense of progression, which brings us to number 12. Let me wear the panda hat with the normal proxy outfit. I love the panda hat, but I also love the casual street jacket. I just think Belle would look like even more of a doof with the panda hat in her normal clothing. Number 11. Let me use Bang Boo in the VR training. It's just for testing. Some Bang Boo are important for a team comp. And while we're at it, give me like one boss enemy in the free training. I know they want to keep them exclusive, but why? Just give me like a Haiti that's a boss tier so I can at least use the Bang Boo chain attack. It would also be nice if that Haiti had completely neutral elemental weaknesses and resistances. A man can dream. Number 10. Never do the Swabian Temple event again. Look, I get what you were going for, Hoyo, but this was just not it. It was way too confusing, had way too many moving parts, involved a lot of waiting, and had incredibly clunky UI, at least on controller. I'm not sure how it navigated on KBM. I interacted with the event a lot just to get it to max level 45, and I did not enjoy it. It took me until like level 15 to actually understand how the whole system worked, because of how strange it was. In the end, I didn't even enjoy my time interacting with it. It just felt like an obligation since I play the game so much. Maybe I'm alone in this. But I know at least one of my friends still has no idea how the thing works. This may have been one of the side effects of 2.0 being rushed. Hopefully this is a one-time occurrence. Number 9. Camera mode in combat. This was an event a while back, but now it's just gone. To be honest, it felt like they were going to keep it around permanently to some degree, but nope. People got some real good shots while I was around, you should look them up. Give me a way to appreciate some of the crazy poses these characters hit. Let me open the camera and like routine cleanup or something. A game mode that provides a bit of stage diversity. At the very least, it should be allowed in VR training. Number 8. Let me go back up to the Starloop stage. Why did they close this off? The event is still around, you can still play it! The only reason I want to go back up there is because there were some incredible moonshots through the window. I didn't record any footage of it because I didn't think that they would just close off the entire upper Starloop. Why? I just don't get it. Number 7. The ability to replay story content fully. You're allowed to review voiced dialogue events and replay the actual story missions, but any story content taking place in the city or any aerospace city combat content is just unable to be re-experienced. This is a major blow to anyone who might just want to re-experience the story, but an even larger one to creators in my position, who need to go back and record footage. I, in particular, prefer to go back and record footage without music, so I can add my own in post. It would suck to experience the story for the first time without music. This problem was minor before 2.0, but with no new story missions being added to the HDD, and every story combat instance being part of the quest line in the open-world aerospace city, I'd say this is now a major problem. Remember when Ishwin pulled this move on the Miasma Priest? Yeah, that crazy music that kicked in for the boss? You can never replay that. That was a one-time thing. You can rewatch the cutscene, but you can't re-experience the fight like this. Remember when Hugo had to face the voices in his head? Yeah, you can rewatch the voiced dialogue events, but you can never go replay that section where you had to play hide-and-seek with Serena in Port Elpis. Some of you also know that Jane Doe's story combat missions have just never been in the HDD, but all of her running around in the Mountain Lion hideout is unreplayable as well. Here's my wild idea for how to solve this. Give the player the option to just pick up the quest again. You'd have to replay the entire story chapter to get to the part you want to, but I think that would be a fine trade-off instead of them having to add really specific functionality for choosing a spot in the story to replay. Maybe this is a lot harder to implement than it sounds, but I'll still hold out hope. Number 6. Bring back switch-in voice lines. Correction, they did not remove them. For some weird reason, my switch-in voice lines were simply not working during my game session while writing the script. Oops. Let's continue. Number 5. Let me view a character's full portrait. I can find them on the wiki. Just let me click on a portrait in the trust menu or something to view the full thing. Star Rail allows this. Kinda. Can't zoom. Wish you could. Maybe Zenless could let you zoom. While we're at it, maybe let the player see the full enemy portraits too. I bet you their artwork is full body. Number 4. Let me advance the silver text! Surely I cannot be the only one who finds this silver text unbearable. You cannot manually advance it. You have to wait for the dialogue to auto-advance. Except the auto-advance time is based on the amount of characters in the subtitles. This means if the voice performance is on pace for a normal human, you just have to sit there and wait for like 15 full seconds. Okay, maybe not that long. For the damn thing to advance! It is excruciating when you have to sit through a bunch of these, especially for someone like me who wants to hear everything. A lot of times during story content, these lines will drag so much that during a normal player's experience, they'll just hit a trigger that skips over like 6 lines that are all backed up. I deliberately sit around to wait for the lines to finish before advancing the story, just in case. Please, Hoyo, either give me a way to manually advance the text or tie the auto-advance to the voice line file length or something. And if there is a way to manually advance the text, why is it not on controller? Sorry, that's the only thing in this video I'm this passionate about. I've given it as feedback on every survey they've put out since they added it in 1.5. Yes, it bugs me that much. Moving on. Number 3. Let me run around as the proxy in Aerospace City. I could during the story. The functionality is there. To be honest, while playing the story, I thought this was going to be how we used the vision mechanic. We would switch over to the proxy to clear the way. Alas, nope. The most fun thing that would come out of switching to the proxy would be the ability to take selfies. Is it helpful? No. Pointless? Yes. I would love it. Number 2. Let me turn off cutscene subtitles. Wow, YouTuber is complaining about something that only affects him again. Yes, it only affects me. But I find it a little weird how these subtitles are just baked into every cutscene, whether you like it or not. The cutscenes on their YouTube channel don't have them. It would never hurt to have the option. Number 1. Add songs to the jukebox upon encountering them. Not one patch after. I'll admit, the biggest reason I want this is not because I want to listen to the music, it's because I want to know what the songs are called. Instead of saying that I like Port Elpis' Day Instance combat music, I can just say I like Echo of Anchors. But yeah, no, I do find it weird we just have to wait a patch to get the music in the jukebox. Let me reiterate, these were in no particular order. If they were, the silver text would be number 1. Okay, no, it'd be the unreplayable story content. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this silly video. On this channel, I mainly make lore discussion videos, but this time I wanted to try something a little different. If you're a fan, think about sticking around. This will wrap up my time here today. My name has been Galactic. Thank you for watching. Heed the Hollow's call.